going on, Gooners? Welcome back. Another trade recap for your boy. Walking through the trades we took today. At this point, you guys know the drill. Everything that we went through, everything we saw in the charts this morning, we're going to go through. First, before we do anything, big announcement. I have now partnered with Alpha Futures as well as TradeZella. Right, so if you want to help your boy out, head over to TradeZella. Use code HUDDY. Get a little discount for your boy. Helps me out, helps you out, win-win situation, right? So if you guys want to do that, TradeZella, #1 online trading journal that there is on the internet, right? Track your trades, journal your trades, actually be able to review your trades and replay them, right? So TradeZella is super fire. If you guys want to hit it up, go ahead and hit that up. And you can also link every single account that you have in here, so it will, add up all those P&Ls. But anyways, we'll get into the trade that we took today. First, here is the P&L for the day. $1,000, $1,050, essentially, like right around there. $1,054, one trade, one win, moved on, right? And then, oh, wow. Also as well, with Alpha Futures, if you guys want to click the link, head to my Discord. Click the link in the channels that say codes/sponsorships. Click that link, get your little discount. Alpha Futures also helps me out as well, right? So if you want to do that, let me know. Yeah, you don't have to let me know, but do that. Helps your boy out. But yeah, we're gonna get into the trade that we took today, and we'll go through it real quick. So coming into the charts this morning, right? We had this massive 1,000-point dump for some reason, like out of nowhere. Right, so we're thinking that we're probably going to want to correct this in some way, at least fill this imbalance right here, because this is a giant 4-hour gap. So we're looking for things that could possibly take us there, right? And what did we see early in the morning is we had this 4-hour gap right here. As you can see, tapped beautifully into that, wicked that value there at 2 in the morning London session last night. And then heading down to lower time frames, right? So market open was right here, and we actually had some PMI at 9:45. So I wasn't even going to trade until after 9:45. So I was waiting for that to happen, right? And we did have this 15-minute gap right here, right, with equilibrium of the range being right here as well. So at 9:45, we were looking in here. I'll show you real quick. Right, this is what we looked like here at 9:45. Wanted to see, I was looking for personally, right, retest into this gap, sweep this low, potentially equilibrium, right, continue back to the upside, deliver towards that 4-hour. Then what did we end up getting right here in the 1 minute? We see that this is the 9:30, right, and then price kind of just back and forth, but that's good, right? We get a little accumulation right here, and we built up some low resistance liquidity, so even better, to be completely honest, right? Had even more, just accumulation for the first 15 minutes of the morning. So we built up a ton of liquidity in here. Now we have an AMD setup potentially presenting itself, right? So we have the delivery off the 4-hour. We have this 15-minute that we could tap into, right? Also 15-minute equilibrium. Then we're getting AMD, like, you really can't get more A+ than that. And we have a ton of low resistance liquidity to the upside. Like, you genuinely cannot get more A+ than that. What ended up happening this is the 9:45 candle, right? That manipulated us lower. And then we actually pushed even lower after that, tapped into this equilibrium. Now I'm absolutely ready to take a trade, right? All I'm looking for is my inversion. And I get that with this 2-minute right here. As you can see, a little 2-minute IFVG there. We get, boom, strong candle to the upside, right? I entered directly off this, had my stops at the body of this wick, and then targeted these highs up here. Got a nice little 1 to 2 RR, risked around $500. I think a little bit more than $500, but like barely. And we hit, obviously, right? Because this was that 2-minute candle. I could have, right, gotten a little greedy, done something like this, but that's not something your boy wanted to do. But as you can see, we got nice delivery towards our TP. And then what ended up happening? Boom, reversal right after that. So we're just freaking goats. Like, genuinely, bro. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really get more A+ than that. Like if you look at everything that we're going on through here, like it's all beautiful, like literally beautiful, right? Everything that could have happened essentially. My favorite inversion to take is the 2 minute. The 1 minute is like, okay, it's fast, but the confluence, it's 2 minutes. Or sorry, the confluence is 1 minute, right? So like realistically, is a 1 minute gonna give you like extreme confirmation? No, right? But it still works. But the 2 minute is like, okay, double the 1 minute, right? But at the same time, it's not gonna take 5 minutes for that candle to close, right? So my favorite's the 2 minute personally. 3 minutes is probably second favorite. But loved that 2 minute inversion, right? And then boom, strong push to the upside, hit for around $1,000, took out a bunch of low resistance liquidity. Does not get better than that, right? And we actually did end up reversing for some reason, probably headed for this low right here. But anyways, right, that was a trade we took today. Super simple. I don't know why the hell we just dropped yesterday. That was weird. A lot of people like caught that. They're like, yo, dude, reversal. But nobody knew that was coming. All right, bro. Nobody knew that was coming. Anyways, I'll wrap this up for you guys here. That was a trade we took today. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all that jazz, right? Let me know down in the comments how your trading day went. Did you hit this trade? Did you hit a different trade? Did you bank? Did you lose? Like, let me know, boys, because November PA, I'm loving this. Truly, truly, truly loving this. So let me know down in the comments what you guys had, and I will catch you later. Peace out.